It is a really big day, it is. I got all my compadres with me here, and we're going to McDonald's for breakfast. We're gonna try a McGriddle. I've never had one.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Yes, ma'am. I need 2 of the McGriddles.
Well, you have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. Sausage McGriddles. It tastes like a waffle with a piece of sausage. It's not bad at all.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite part is just like it's so mapley.
Quite a bit of flavor, but you know, and it holds together well. I just think we need to add to it, put us some egg on there. We'll see what happens. Well, y'all see me at the drive-up window you did, and we tried it, but I think we should get it out here and look at it. Sausage McGriddle. Now, I wished I'd have told him to put some egg on there because I think I would have loved to have had some. I admire it because it stays together, you know, but we're gonna pull that off. Smells like maple syrup. I would say that's pretty thin little piece of meat right there. I think we can improve on that, but I did some research on McDonald's and they have these little maple balls that they make and they put down in here when they're cooking and they sort of dissolve and spread out through there. But we're gonna try to recreate that with just some regular maple syrup. And we're gonna be doing it on the Blackstone. So it is about 16 degrees out here and I think we ought to get started. Well, to start out with, now y'all remember the little McGriddle from McDonald's had a little bitty thin piece of meat in it that you could read the newspaper for or check your eyes. If you ever watched them make this, these fancy little chefs, they had these little rings that they cooked these in. Here is mine. See how it's beat up around the edges? It's really hard to get in this can. It held chicken breast at one time. But that's sort of our guide we got to go with. Well, I got, if I was guessing, I'd say about maybe 12 ounces of sausage here. So we're going to divide it in half because y'all hung around me long enough. You know that if we're going to put something together, it's going to have plenty of meat on it. We're going to get these to a desired size, but most of them little fancy chefs, and even at McDonald's, they probably got them little rings, and you just set them on a hot plate or a griddle, and you pour your stuff in there and everything. Well, I want it to be all the same size. This is a homemade one of them. See how it's got these battle scars here all amongst it?
What was that?
It was an old can of chicken breast, I think. But this will cut pretty easy. But this here, not enough lip on it to get a hold of the can opener. So we still need to be just a tad bigger than that. Y'all leave me a comment down there below as to if you're eating fast food breakfast, where do you like it to come from? And what do you order? I need to know because I might want to broaden my horizons. We have preheated our Blackstone, so we're going to take these over there and just cook them till they are good and done. Well, kept the sausage over on the side after it got done, just keeping it warm. So we got to mix up this batter, which is sort of like a McWaffle, McGriddle, tastes like a pancake, maybe something. So first of all, we're going to start off with a measuring cup, if we got one, and about 1.5 cups of flour. There's one, even the flour's cold. There's a half, about 3 teaspoons of baking powder, teaspoon of salt. And we're going to have about 3 tablespoons of sugar. Just about that much. Give that a good mixing. You know what I like cooking about really, Shannon, when it's like this?
What?
There's 2 things that you don't have to worry about. Ain't nothing going to spoil when it's 16 degrees and ain't nary a fly in camp. Know what I mean?
That's true.
Well, 1 large cackleberry. We're going to give it a little whip, we are. But we have to have 1.5 cups of cow juice. There's 1 and a half. Plus that. We go ahead and put a little egg in there. Now we got to get some maple syrup flavor out of there, Shan. So we're gonna give it a little right now.
Make sure it's nice and mapley.
But when we cook it, we'll give it a little more. Get this mixed up. This ain't gonna be like pancake batter. This is gonna be a lot thicker than pancake batter. So we may have to adjust accordingly. When you begin to stir this, you know you're getting pretty close to the right consistency. It's getting a little harder to whisk in there. But you can see that's thicker than I would make pancake batter. But that's what we gotta have to do this. So all I would say, that is the right consistency. We're gonna take our MacGyverized McGriddle cooker over here to the Blackstone and we're gonna cook them. Well, I'm gonna tell you folks, this little can took me 30 minutes just to get that end out over there, but it'd be nice if I had like 4 of them. I could cook, but I ain't got that much time to make another one.
So can you use what kind of, like, any size tuna can, or?
You could use a tuna can, but if you could find them rings, a lot of places got them where you can just set them on there, pour them. But remember now, we're not filling that up. That'd be way too much. But one thing you got to learn too is you got to grease these as well, so something will be coming out of them. So give it a little spray in the butter. And then we're gonna set it down. Now this has got a lip on this side. So you don't want that to be down because you couldn't get it off up here without tearing up all of your dough. Hey, hey, hey. You know who it was? They saw Ronald McDonald come by, they did. We're gonna put a little butter on here. I'd say that was a little hot, so we're gonna turn that down a little. It's cold, that stuff don't even want to come out of there. Give it a little shaking around so it'll try to get round, but now would be a little appropriate time to add some little more maple syrup. We're gonna give it a squeeze there, 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 and there. But like I say, it'd be so much easier if you had 4 of them where you could just, hey, pour it all in there, you'd be good to go. So we got this cooking, we're probably on low heat, but you can't just take that can off of it now because that batter will just spread out. So we gotta let this set up a little, probably take 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll be able to take that out, flip it over, and then we can start with another one. When you jiggle this around a little and you ain't seeing too much like splashing going on anywhere, you know that's beginning to set up. Now, we're gonna lift this off here gingerly.
Ooh.
But I figure it's time to turn that, it is. So spray this a little so it don't stick to none of that neither, because I sure want to check this bottom. A little dark, but hey, I still eat it. But while that's happening, let's grease her up again. And you can see how this is spreading out coming around here. Now, if you're really precise, and I did it some, you can come back through here. You can trim that off if you want it perfectly round. But me, I don't think it's hurting a thing. Well, our concern here was this was getting a little dark. This side's about right. Let me go ahead and get him moved over here out of the way. A lot of that is the syrup that's running down through there because we know sugar will burn pretty easily. So we put a thin layer on the bottom, then we put a little syrup, then we put some more batter on top. We're gonna see if that makes a difference. Got 1 whisk egg there, but sort of like making an omelet. We added about 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. We'll give that another whisking around there. But gotta have some more of that Kerrygold butter. Oh, that egg bit the bullet there. Something's unlevel in the kitchen. In goes the egg. And when I like to pour them, I like to sort of keep it to where it's running oblong there, but we don't want this to run off. It's cooking a little faster than I want it to, Lulu. Because it's not a scramble. We're gonna give it a little shake of black pepper. We're gonna lay some cheese. I like to use this Kraft singles because they melt so good. Lay her right down in there. Then we got to go to folding this egg over.
This is a different style.
This is, if you'll notice, if you get one of theirs or any kind of egg sandwich, their eggs are folded over to fit. So
that's pretty.
We're going to let that one cook. Lou is taking care of the stuff that run off. Well, I would say that one was done. So if I can get her scooped up here, we're going to put it right there. And we'll go on and get the next one. Folks, I'm telling you, it is cold out here. Ain't nothing gonna spoil out here in this weather. Now you can see we have grown inconsistency here. Let me see. But I mean, it's not overwhelming, but I think it's pretty good. Now, we're gonna take this off because I wanna look in here at this one thing that I think makes an ultimate amount of difference. Sausage. The right kind of sausage, the right thickness of sausage. Now, grant you, they did not have egg that we ordered on theirs today, but we're going to put this back together, Duker. And I'm going to have me a bite.
I mean, it looks amazing.
That's a home run right there, I'll tell you for sure. That was some of that good, but one thing we forgot, Shen. We're going to feed these puppies some of Ronald McDonald's here. So, Duker, where's my little frozen Meiji? Woo woo. And since y'all's been such good help today, we're going to go another round. I'm buying. There you go. Everybody had some. I think something that would probably change this up even just a little more, and I did it in some yesterday, is I sprinkled a few of them green chilies in there with mine, and I really liked it because you get the savory and the sweet together. One other thing you could do to it too is squeeze you some maple syrup on top of that sausage, put it back together, wrap a lip around that thing. I mean, the goodness is happening. It is. But it's really easy to do.
Talk to me about the differences between their bun and your bun.
Well, I got really good buns.
No.
They're a little froze today. Well, let's just get them out here.
Like flavor-wise.
Well, flavor-wise, and I don't know if you can see it in here. In these, see these here? That's little balls of maple syrup. So I really get the maple syrup in ours as well. Maybe not as much as what they got in theirs, but I wouldn't change a thing in it. I wouldn't. The egg is cooked perfectly. The cheese in there gives it the great bite. Hey, I think even Ronald McDonald's going to want to drive up window here at the house. He is. We hope y'all enjoyed, because we sure did. We enjoyed the frigid weather out here this morning. But hey, we're going to keep it cooking no matter what the weather is. We just thank you so much for letting us come into your house, your homes, wherever you may be. But it is with pride, privilege, and honor that I tip my hat and I salute all the servicemen and women and all the veterans that have kept that old flag flying over camp so many times. We appreciate you. God bless you. We do. Rest of you, get on up in here. Come on quick. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the hat down. I'm going to give you a hug. I'm going to eat this bite. Y'all can hug on that back. God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down the McGriddle Trail. Hey, are you ready, mate? They got it. Look, they got it right in here. Look. He says, I know this place. I have been here before.